What's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday to everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. If you did test positive, I hope you have a full and speedy recovery with no long-term issues, meaning no long COVID. It is time now for the Thursday edition of the Pandemic Update for Thursday, December 28th, 2023. If you haven't checked out the pandemic updates in a while, today we do have some data and some news to kind of catch you up to speed. And some of this news data is rather interesting. If you're new to the channel, well, welcome to my channel. This is where we talk about the daily pandemic update of all the different viruses, not just COVID, but RSV, flu, anything that could be a threat to your health. So if at the end of this video, which today will be about 12 to 14 minutes long, you find that you learned something, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. All right, starting off today. I thought this was really interesting. This is coming from Emmanuel, eJustin46 on X. I still call it Twitter. Using medical insurance claims data to track the real number of COVID hospitalizations. So if you click the link here, there's actually a really interesting report. You can pull it up on a PDF file. I briefly looked over it, and I thought it was interesting. And I wanted to show you the screenshot or the graphic that he showed. It shows hospitalization nowcast in California, Kentucky, and Vermont. So these gray lines here, that represents the reported hospitalizations. But take a look at these green lines and the orange line. Yeah, look at them in all three of the states. The actual number of claims for COVID, or whatever, have you not, is actually much higher than the reported number. So it shows you can't always take data by the face value. We will be taking a look at a little bit more hospitalization data in just a bit. Some data that updated today that is not too good. Arkansas Department of Health shows 8 additional flu deaths, but they did not report any COVID deaths in this past week. But hey, flu deaths are on the rise there. Now we come over to this. New study finds that pediatric RSV led to higher hospitalization rates than Omicron or flu. So RSV was really bad this year, and you have to wonder how many of those kids previously had a COVID case. Now we come over to the Weather Channel. Yes, you heard me correctly, the Weather Channel. But why, Mr. Data Report? Why are we going to the Weather Channel? Don't you have another channel for climate data? I do, and I don't update it as much as I would like to, but believe it or not, we come to the Weather Channel to find out virus news, COVID news. Yes, who would have thought the Weather Channel would be putting out COVID news? It's not the first time this has happened. And meanwhile, the CDC, the WHO, and everyone else is quiet. We get the weather report on COVID, and it says, concerning reports suggest COVID-19 subvariant JN.1 is behind China's increasing death rates. So this is not good. I tweeted this out. If you want to read the full article, we're not going to sit here and read it all. If you want to read the full thing, go check my X. There's actually several people who tweeted this out because, again, who would think to get COVID information from the Weather Channel? It's just unbelievable. And this is actually the Indian version of the weather, because it says Times of India up here. But you get the point I'm making. They're reporting on COVID. Unbelievable. It's a good thing. Why can't the proper health agencies do that as well? All right, this is over in France. Alert raised over shortages of antibiotics in pharmacies in France. It is in high demand during the winter months due to higher rate of chest infections due to illnesses. So, yep, it's at epidemic levels, and yep, they have a problem with antibiotics over in France right now. Let's take a look at what's going on with the latest air quality values in the U.S., and it's kind of a mixed bag. We're seeing a lot of these yellow sites here. There's some red sites here that are just always red. I don't know what the deal is with that, why some of these are just constantly stuck on red. California mountains and the Bay Area. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, San Francisco Bay Area. Really bad air quality today, and I don't know what the deal is there. It's not good. If you know anything, let me know down below. I'll try and research it on Google, and if I find anything, I will tweet that out. Taking a look at Walgreens for this week, we'll take a look at the national positivity level, which is 26.8%. The prior week was 29.4%. That's a difference of down 2.6%. But again, that testing is up this week. 41,776 versus 22,502. I hope that holds for another week. given New Year's is coming up, and a lot of people are likely testing positive post-Christmas right now. Now, I have to show you this. Concord, New Hampshire, this wastewater facility. There's only a 4,000 population there. But look at this. This is really interesting. I saw someone point this out earlier today on Twitter, and I thought, you know what? I need to share this. Can we pull up the site? Sure enough, we could on the wastewater scan dashboard. And take a look at this. Can we actually zoom this in? I think we can. Look what is going here on this line chart with the COVID levels. So back on December 15th, they were relatively low. They have exploded upward. You can see here's values here, and this value here is almost hitting somewhere between 12 and 13,000. Now I have this chart here expanded out to a much longer range, so we can go back a full year here, and it is well above the peak of the last winter's surge. So this is relatively concerning. And again, it's going straight up. It's showing no signs of slowing down. We'll have to see what the new update, next update, does at this facility. Because, I mean, look at that. That is literally straight upward. That is concerning to see. There have been a few other wastewater facilities around the country that have done this as well. We can actually zoom this out even further. So now we just max this out completely. And since this site came on Wastewater Scan on October 12th of 2022, yeah, look at that. It just shows it. Literally straight upward. Again, it's not a big site, but you have to raise red flags when these little sites do something like this, because you start to think, new variant, something that's more transmissible. Why are so many people suddenly becoming infected in that area? It's really strange. Is there a rest area there for a major interstate or something where a lot of people are stopping to use the bathroom and, hey, they have COVID? I don't know. All right, moving on now. We want to take a look at the latest dominating variant, and that is the JN.1 variant at 44.2%. The XBB variants, remember the old XBBs? Yeah, they're still out there, but they're really starting to get knocked down because of this JN.1 variant. We'll look back at the XBB variant when we do our year in review at some point this week, and we'll go back, talk about the variants that we had to deal with throughout this year. Moving on now. COVID-19 hospital admissions in the past week, 25,577. Expecting a new update out of that tomorrow. And taking a look at the latest EMS incidents out of Philadelphia, and that was an incorrect number. Today was a really bad report from yesterday. We knew this would happen. 863 EMS incidents yesterday. Yeah, virus season, post-Christmas surge is fully underway. The suburbs have been busy. Not as busy right now. Mind you, we're late today. We're very late with our update today. It's 6:40 at night. Only 8 EMS incidents right now in Montgomery County, but oh my, look what's going on in Chester County. Chester County has been getting slammed all week long. Look at this. There's at least, I'm not even going to count this, probably close to 15 calls right now. Sick person, hypertension, heart problems. There's another sick person. Respiratory difficulty. On and on it goes. Not good to see. And when you have rising EMS calls, you expect to see rising hospitalizations. Let's cross the river into New Jersey. And yes, New Jersey has now cracked 1,000 COVID hospitalizations. Look at this. Rapid rise. 67 out of 70 hospitals reporting. 3 still did not report. 1,040 hospitalizations. 35 people on a ventilator. 113 people in the ICU. Discharges, 165. So you can see the volume right now of people getting admitted and discharged. It's crazy high. So there's 165 discharges, but at the same time, still 1,040 hospitalizations. And as a reminder, discharges do not include deaths. All right, taking a look at New York State. Just 2,549 new cases. That's lower than this time last week, but we'll have to see if that actually ends up holding. And hospitalizations in New York State, yeah, they're not good. Take a look at this. The hospitalizations to end last week were at 2,202. Yesterday they were 2,482. Today they have skyrocketed to 2,637. So we are seeing a rapid rise in hospitalizations now, and I expect on the national level, hospitalizations are going to do just that. They're going to see a big increase on tomorrow's update. Texas, we can refresh this again. As many times as I refresh it, still no update out of Texas. I guess they took a holiday week off. Chicago did update. Hospitalizations 30. Beds in use up by 3.3%. Emergency department visits actually down by 2.2%. Laboratory confirmed cases, they're down a little bit. They're 236. Deaths are down ever so slightly. And vaccinations, yeah, that's not a good thing you want to see down. You want to see more people taking these boosters or the original two-course series if need be. 12,524 vaccinations in the past week. Taking a look at Colorado. Colorado's hospitalizations actually continue to drop. They are down to 205. So that is actually somewhat of a surprise. But then we come over here to, I believe this is Washington State. Yes, it is Washington State. COVID-19 emergency department visits. They're up by 11%. Influenza's up by 33%. Hospital admissions, they're flat for COVID. Influenza, that's up by 25%. Number of people in the ICU, beds occupied for COVID, 32. 11 for influenza, and that is up by 3 for COVID and up by 1 for influenza. So that is never good to see. Let's refresh Massachusetts and see if we got an update out of Massachusetts. Hopefully we have. Yeah, this is not good now. This is not good at all. 16.7% of emergency department visits during the last week were for acute respiratory disease. So influenza severity level is now high. That's not good. Emergency department visits for COVID. It's now at moderate, and hospital admissions for COVID, while they're still low, remember that's higher than the lowest level, which is minimal. So seeing moderate level of emergency department visits, and you can see here, that's right in the middle range. You can see there's that minimal, low, and then comes moderate, and again, we go back to influenza, high, and any higher, it would get to the very high levels. So, concerning trends in Massachusetts, and Massachusetts right now, I must add, is one of the worst performing countries right now for COVID levels in general. So, it's just not good to see. And let's see, did we get an update out of California? I don't believe we will get California until tomorrow. How about LA? We'll try for LA to refresh this again. California is usually on Fridays. Sometimes we do get updates out of LA on Thursdays, and look at that. Last updated 12/28/2023. Updated once per week on Thursdays. So let's see what's going on there. Hospitalizations in LA right now are at 686, but mind you, this is lagged. That is as of the 23rd. So 686 deaths. Right now, they're about averaging about 4 to 5 per day. And you can see here, yikes, look at this. Cases are starting to go up, and they're doing over 700 cases a day. Testing right now, the positivity rate is at 13.1%. So that is not good to see. Alrighty, folks, that does it for today's pandemic update. We will have a new pandemic update again tomorrow as well, with hopefully some new data from the CDC and maybe a few more states. As you can see today, aside from Colorado, things are not going too well. Hospitalizations, they're going up faster. Massachusetts, as you just saw, is not doing well. Washington's finally turning a corner, starting to trend in the wrong direction. And similar things can be found in other states that we have not shown today. And then plus, we learned about that wastewater site up in Concord, New Hampshire. I'll be looking out for more sites like that. If any more pop up, I will share them with you. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching today's pandemic update. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content, subscribe down below. If you know anyone that needs to see this content, share this with them. If you have a comment, maybe something you have found that I have not shown in my update and you think needs to be shown, let me know about it down below. Maybe you tested positive, or maybe you just recovered from COVID. Let me know about that too, or any other virus. Alrighty, folks, I will see you all again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone, and have a fantastic Thursday evening. Thanks for watching.